All right, episode number 5 of the BK Lounge. I have to start off with a sad event that just happened. The Kentucky school shooting. There's a lot of questions I have about it, and obviously thoughts and prayers with the families of the 2 children and the people who were hurt. That's just so nuts, and there's no identity revealed, and I was looking for it. Apparently this guy was like 18, possibly 15, something like that. Just craziness. Like, school shootings were always like a joke, sort of, because it was such like a crazy possibility. Like, who knows? Like, so you always kind of joked about it, but like it was always like, man, if this guy comes in right now, while everyone's hiding, I'm gonna get behind him. I'm gonna flank him from the left. I'm gonna dome his fucking ass with a chair or something, rip his throat out. I don't know. It was always like one of those hero scenarios you go for. At least I did. I always thought about that. We always had those drills. It's kind of like the tornado drills, where where you better wear a belt that day because you have to put your head down, like get into like a baby position, like a fetal position against the lockers in the hallway. It's like, well, what if there's a tornado and a school shooter? We're just getting picked off. That's bad times. But we'll move. But when I was looking up the information about that school shooting, I'm just going to say tragedy. That's the worst kind of alliteration. School shooting. The tragedy. When I was looking it up, I never realized, because I try not to look at it too much. But the news, like, obviously I try to stay informed, but some of the news is just so dark. Like, no wonder that there's such a dark side of a culture, especially in America, with how many resources we have to information and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's so dark, and it's so depressing. You'd think there'd be more stuff, more tragedies. It's absolutely insane. And that's just, it's like, who are these people? Like, why are they going for all this darkness? There's just got to be, some people are just so sick. It's wild. I know this isn't very funny. Like, it's all any funny anyways, but just, what is going on with people? Just be nice. I don't know. There's a lot of antipsychotics and pills and stuff. People are on all this Adderall. Get off the meth. How about that? But I don't know. Well, whatever. But I saw something else in the news, and that was, I should have read more about it, but just the title got me going. El Chapo, the renowned Mexican drug lord, promised not to kill the jurors. What a fucking power move. Yeah, I'll let you live. That's so... What is he, Joffrey? Mexican Joffrey? El Joffro? Doesn't make any... Like, just off of that, if you have to promise not to kill the jurors, you're an animal. But I guess everyone knew that. He's... I don't know, there's probably something like, well... Like, they're going to end up dead. And he said, well, I just said I wasn't going to kill him. And I wasn't anywhere near him. Even though he had 2 Colombians on a motorcycle. One with an Uzi, while the other one was driving. That's how they do it. There's actually a Vice documentary where they talk to an actual assassin. And that's usually how they do it. I mean, there's a lot of videos, and it's in movies a lot, that people are just... The 2 motorcycle riders, and the one on the back, one arm around this guy's waist, and the other one, he's got his hand on that motherfucking thing on him. He's got the strap, and he just gunned him down. He just does what it does. But how about Bill Cosby playing in Philly, wearing that creepy ass hoodie, all blind and shit? there's so much bad juju around that guy. I don't know. I didn't always know he was a creep, but I always knew he was boring. I just thought he was boring as shit. Like the Cosby Show. The only thing that was interesting was the intro when everybody was doing the electric slide on glass. Everything else pretty much sucked about the show. I didn't care. I don't like all those sitcoms. I think sitcoms are the worst shit ever. Actually, Married with Children's pretty good. I gotta give it credit where it's due. Just blowing by these fucking topics. On a lighter note, I saw this. I was informed about a video, and it's like America's Got Talent. It might not even be America. It could be they have some knockoffs for some reason. I don't get it. I don't know why they need I don't know why no other country can think of their own things. I mean, we stole The Office and stuff like that, but I don't really like The Office, especially now that they're trying to bring it back with Steve Carell. I mean, without him, it's like, well then, just don't do it. How many Office shows do we need? We have Workaholics. We have one I think called The Office now, or something like that. Corporate. I don't know. Why do we need all these Office shows? It's like, we get it. The job sucks. But back to this video, and it's kind of old, so it's another one where I'm late. Sort of. I saw it before, never really thought about it, and I never had the platform to talk about it, but now I do. And I should look his name up, but it doesn't really matter. I think it's like a foreign name or something like that. Just look up man plays piano with his Johnson, his member, his penis. And oh boy, you ever just get a text and it's just like, do I have to do this right now? But I will. Oh yeah, so he's oh wait, no, I was thinking of two different things. I'm wrong. This guy, he paints with it. All right. Well, which one did I talk about? Because now I'm confused. All right. Well, I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do the single guy. He painted with his member, and he did a job. Like, how fucking good. However good you can do it with that, you can do better with your hands. It's like I think about it too much. Like, I know he did something weird to find out that he could do that. And I don't like the experimentation with paint on your dick. But there's a different one. There's two guys. They go behind a piano and then drop their drawers. And that'll get a pop. Give a nice little crowd reaction. But they start doing like these half squats onto the piano. I can't remember the song they played. I never take good notes when things like that happen. I always just take bullet points. But they started playing a song. I do have a lot of questions, because I don't think, me being a man, I don't think there's enough weight behind it or enough momentum to drop a key. And I have a little piano right here, but I'm not gonna do it to my piano. That's unnecessary. It's gross. And that's another thing, is there has to be a magic trick behind it, but every time they do it to one of these, they're just defiling a piano. It's goddamn nasty. I don't know what the trick would be. Like, do they have to tie it to something? And if that's the case, no, they couldn't have, because they had to walk behind there. Well, you know what? Yeah, mine's an electric keyboard, and I think tickling the ivories on a real piano is a lot easier. It kind of just drops. I don't know. That takes a lot of precise accuracy. I don't know. I want to see him play some chords. Just crazy. I don't know why these guys are just. They don't have to do that. They can just play piano and just get good at it. But I mean, I'm talking about it, so I guess they're doing their job. I'm gonna switch it up again. That's a lot of topics covered, but I'm gonna go right back to something else. I was talking to somebody about religion, and it's weird. Like I think that it's good for like crack addicts, prisoners, and lepers. That's pretty much all it's for. 'Cause like no reasonable person needs that hope at the end of the tunnel. Life is the hope. You know what I mean? But when you're a crack addict, you need a reason not to be a crack addict. When you're a prisoner, you need to look for something at the end of the tunnel. Maybe you're doing life, so that'll give you something to look forward to. Or you just want to be a upstanding person because you're a fucking garbage person. No disrespect to garbage men, but and then lepers. It's pretty self-explanatory, but if you're a leper, that's all you can do is just pray to God, because it's either that or no, he's not listening. Because that's what my thought would be. Is wow, there was. He sure handed me a shit hand of cards. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I don't know, like that. I kind of wish like we all had to be a crackhead at one point. Like everybody had like a bender month once in their life where they were forced to do every drug. Maybe not fentanyl, because that shit will put you under. Maybe not huffing. Anything that like has the risk of killing you right away, which I'm sure is a lot. But there should be a safe, medically induced way to do it, almost like how they do ketamine drips. There should be a way like get people. Oh god, this feels like such a shit episode already. I'm just not into it. These notes suck. It's pretty rough. All this, yeah, that dark news really put me in a funk. The only thing that's helped me right now is thinking about Bill Cosby and his creepy ass sweater. It's so weird, like looking in his glassy eyes, knowing that he saw shit. Last time, I wonder what his last victim. I wonder if he knew it. Like when basketball players or baseball players retire, like they know when it's their last hit, their last bucket. Oh god. I just want to make this like 2.5 hours, just take another session of notes or something. See, let me just prove to you how dark the news is. I haven't looked it up. I'm about to refresh my feed. Oh, I forgot I was making some graphics. Look at this. Let's just oh, we're in technology. They have their own tab. This is MSN News. They have their own tab called Good News because everything else is just a bunch of shit. It's absolutely ridiculous. What are the headlines? Oh, the Trump stuff. Okay, that's different. That's already the Kentucky shooting suspect did not target victims. Well, obviously did because they were shot. I don't know if you know what a target is, but he shot for the target and he hit it. Oh, how about that fucking gymnast guy? He can die. I don't care. There's few people, but like sex offenders, they gotta go. The flu. Oh my god, this is not real. The title is Pineapple Tainted High Five Sends Allergic Girl to the Hospital. 3 teens face charges. Oh my god, they did it to her? Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, Pittsburgh. Butler. Oh my god. So, is she dead? What happened to her? How serious is her allergy? Oh, they're not going to say. Clinton chose to shield advisor accused of sex harassment in 2008. Oh, whatever. They're corrupt as shit anyways. That's the one thing. It's like, for anybody who didn't want Trump or like with the Hillary, would you really want another Clinton? Think about that. Like, that whole grab him by the pussy thing, that was like, yeah, he was talking locker room talk, but Bill Clinton did it. He done did it. It's goddamn ridiculous. These people, like, they don't use their brains at all. If they did, they would realize how hypocritical and dumb they are sometimes. Let me look on the good news. I need a palate cleanser. Childhood friends reunited after World War II tore them apart. Yeah, I actually don't care about that. Veteran cop cries as he retires from police department. Yeah, that's old. Oh, firefighter caught a 3-year-old from a burning building. That's a good catch. Good shit. Sure, in Sports Center. Oh my god. Alright, man with Down syndrome starts $1 million sock company. The Syndrome Socks. What is it called? John Cronin. Oh, he said he wanted to have a fun store. Well, yeah. I want a store where I can put squares and circles and put those pegs in other shapes, and I wanted those tiles that, like, it's foam tiles for the floor, and then I want one of those things that you get they used to be in every waiting room. It was like like a game, but like oh boy, I'm just one seed short of a strawberry. Let's put it that way. I am not feeling too sharp today. My computer's about to die, so that's 0 prep. I didn't even look at that. That's bad moves. Now I gotta do that. Mid-podcast. Talk about a professional. It's all good. It's gonna get fixed. Just like that wall. That'd be nuts. Get an actual wall. Oh my god. I could have electrocuted myself. You guys ever been shocked before? That will wake you up. I was changing Christmas lights, and one of the lights was actually like missing, and there was an exposed part. And I grabbed it, and I don't even know how to describe an electric. That must be what being tased is like, actually. I don't know, I kind of want to get tased, just so I know what it's like. Because that's one of those things where it's like, what? It's just a little electricity, bruh. Yeah, these are all these good news things are bad situations that turned out okay. There's nothing that's like good. Oh, Jesus. And baby's making noise. So they had 4 kids, and then they just had 5 in one shot. Jeez. This is just... How is this good news? I don't know. This is like... I wouldn't even suggest the good news part. Oh my god, this makes me sad. Andrew Luck, what are you inspiring kids for? Get back on the fucking field. Get back in the gym. You got a season next year. Oh, who do you guys got for the Super Bowl? That's pretty interesting. I should make a little Super Bowl graphic for the next one. Yeah, they're, God. Like, Good Samaritan's kindness to shivering man caught on video. Well, I'll tell you why it's not good news. Because he was shivering. I'm sure that there was a lot of bad that was happening. Oh my God. She went from homeless to the best server in her city. Yeah. I'm sure you take a lot of notes when you're living on the street. Alright, I can fuck with that one. Bill and Melinda Gates pays foundation. Yeah. For polio? They didn't figure that shit out yet? God, there's something weird with Bill. There's a reason. There's a reason. He's not just doing this. Oh, what is this? Oh. The baby named Frankenstein that was born on Halloween. That's pretty rad. Oh my God. Kentucky lawmakers push to allow armed staff in schools after, I'm guessing it's going to say after the shooting. After campus shooting. Yeah, I'm alright. What the fuck? I want to know who the kid was. Where were his parents? Absolutely nuts. Actually, I'm gonna look up those two crazies that locked up their kids. Oh my God, murders, kidnapping, Jesus Christ, missing kids. What is the news? This is wild. Is that saying something about Rachel Ray? What's going on? Just give me the news. Ugh. Stop giving me all these ads. That's another thing. Everything's bought. Everything's paid for. Just give me the news. That's all I'm looking for. What the fuck is your problem? Ugh. Fucking Bing. Opinion. Oh, yeah. I'm sure this is gonna be something. The news and cartoons. Yeah, I'm good. I got sent a video. It was like an alternate universe where every animal is basically hurting people. And I was just like, well, an alternate universe doesn't exist because then we wouldn't have to eat. But if we would eat, we would all eat each other. It's not like all animals would just gang up on people. So it's not like Alright, and I'm back. Yeah, I just had a little cutout right there. I'm not quite sure what just happened, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. I have to Frankenstein this audio clip together somehow. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but it won't be that hard. How annoying. What was I don't even know what I was looking up, so I'm just going to go right back. I don't even know how long it was, so I don't know when my halfway song suggestions are. So, we're just going to run it, and then I think I'm going to wait like 9 minutes, something like that. And hopefully we'll be ready. But I'm going to talk more about this Bill Cosby character. Because he was sitting there with his fucking fruit drink. Like, and being blind, like, I'd be so nervous when I'm going to get sucker punched. But I guess everyone was just too mesmerized by the, no, he isn't. Oh my God, he's here. Bill Cosby. The roofie man. He's here. And boy was he here. I can't believe it. I honestly, I can't believe he's still doing stuff. Like, what are you going to get out of it? You're going to try to fix your legacy? You're fucking dead, dude. Your career's dead. You're physically dead. Just let it go. Louis C.K.'s going to have a hard enough time, and he didn't do nearly what Cosby did. But, sweet G's. Oh, you know what? I could just put the shit in 2 parts. This might be part 2. I might do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna sew them together. It's just not gonna work. It's just not what I want to do. And like, so what do you think you would do? Just ponder that for a second. What do you think you would do if Mr. Huxtable came in after he drugged, put Molly on her drink, and she ain't even know it, and he gave a lot of sleeping women the tip. That's pretty fucked. How do you sleep at night? Oh yeah, like a baby because you're blind. I wonder if it's a lot easier. Like I would get narcolepsy if I was blind. I was like wearing a sleeping mask. I'm just like, well, I don't see anything, so it seems like a good time to sleep. If I became blind, I'd just have a bottle of Jack Daniels in my hand, and a blanket on me at all times, just to make sure I have a sandwich near me. It'd be like South Park with the bathroom and Hot Pockets deal. That's all it would be. I'd live in the bathroom. I need not anything else but drugs and I don't know. I wonder how many blind guys have fleshlights. It's probably a ton. I've never met a blind person before, and I'm going to try to get one on the podcast sometime, because I got questions. Multiple questions, and I'm going to try to get to the down and dirt. I want to know what they do, what they don't do, and I'm hoping it's everything. Like, do they still go to strip clubs? I wouldn't even go. I don't go to strip clubs now, but I'm sure there's some ones that weren't born that way, so like they want to feel what they used to see. So many questions. I wonder if food tastes better, because all this, or worse, in the same way, same respect. Like you're just so dialed in now. Before you're looking for stuff, you're just kind of like, okay, there. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this. Oh, that's what that looks like. Okay, it's all aesthetics. You know what I mean? But then once you're blind, everything's about taste, feeling, and orgasm. It's all it's about. Absolutely. And then, you know what I should have done? And this is just a test to how bad of a reporter I am. That I had the opportunity during that little reprieve to go look up all the things, like what song was being played by the two Dick Maestros. But I didn't. I didn't take the time to do that. That's not my fault. It's just my fault. So, but I'll tell you what did happen over the break. I reassured myself that the news is horrible, because I just saw more and more. I'm working on the camera setup still, so like that'd be nice to have a visual cue for you guys, for all two of you. Just like, I just hate seeing some of these names after a while. It's like Jeff Sessions. Ugh. Who the hell cares? And this flu. It's like, what is me reading about the flu gonna do? I already know, try to not get sick. Wash my hands with soap. I get it. Don't cough in other people's fucking mouth like a baby bird. I understand. What are these articles gonna do? God. Suck a dick. All this sexual misconduct stuff too. That's the only cool thing that's happening. I think it's hilarious. For the most part. I mean, them getting outed. Obviously not them doing it, although the Matt Lauer button. Come on. You can't tell me that's not some Adam West shit. That's some beast mode stuff. Like, what other purposes would that be for? Oh, the shooters or something? Security. Security. God. Felt like Benicio del Toro in Star Wars. You need a lift? Yeah, I don't. God, just looking at this is the news. I feel like 60 years older. I'm dying looking at all that shit. All this black clouds. Whatever, I'm gonna cherry pick for some stuff. Oh, fuck. Well, I just looked up a pedophile just for some images. And again, this isn't going to help you, but God, is it helping me? Because these guys are monsters. It's not hard to find a mustache in this crowd, I'll tell you that much. And I'm thinking about rocking a mustache at some point, but they're making a case to not do that. Oh my God. Oh, what's this guy's name? Come on, you gotta give it to me. Whatever. The old English disc jockey, I believe. Oh my God. All the neck beards and shit like that. I mean, I have a neck beard, so that's not really helpful, but God, this guy looks like a Lee Syatt's drunk brother. Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot about that guy. The guy who wrote the article saying that pedophilia is an orientation. And he said he never acted on them, or at least manages them, or something along those disgusting lines. And he's still he said he's not a monster. It's like, no man, you feel that way about a little kid. You're a GD monster. Smell me? That's bad times. You can't be doing that to kids. You can't even, like, what the and he was a drug addict. Hardcore drug addict. And sexually abused. So he's not normal, obviously. He looks like the guy who voices Bender. It's kind of funny. And Jake from Adventure Time. But I think we're at the point now where, it's that halfway. It's that, song suggestions of the day. This is the Saturday edition. So, the second annual. Number 1, With Them, Young Thug. That's a jam. You know what I mean? No. That's a banger. Yeah, that's definitely... I gotta keep the banger and jams count. But I know. It doesn't matter. I always have the recorded. So, With Them, Young Thug. It bumps. Number 2, brought to you by the Steve Miller Band, Abracadabra. Now, if you don't listen to that shit and feel great, I have no hope for you. The world has no hope for you. The best you can pray for is paying taxes. Because if you can't get down to Abracadabra, you hear that silence? That's what that is. That's all judgment. 100% judgment bone. And I got a bone to pick. Alright. So from Abracadabra onto Magnolia, brought to you by Playboy Cardi. Now, if you don't know this fucking shit, it's a banger from last year. I think the most recent song on this list. And yeah, that shit just, you can't not play it at a party. And it's almost, wait, I'm gonna save that for next week. I'll let you in on that hint on Monday or Tuesday when I drop that in. How you guys enjoying your Saturday? I hope it's good. That's good. Alright, number 4. Space Jams from Quad City DJs. Everybody get up. It's time to slam now. That's the motherfucking joint. Now, if you disagree, go fuck yourself. I don't care what you think, then. That's one of the first rap songs I ever heard. One of the best, still. Honestly, that would be the one I'd play on this. podcast. I'm looking for a yawn. Looking for an intro song, and I have a couple. I mean, I make music, so I could just make my own and stuff like that. But Space Jams would be cool. And obviously, actually, there is a whatever. Never mind. That's a whole nother tangent. So I'm gonna go to number 5, and keeping the promise that I made, it's always gonna have a Kanye West song. This one is Bound To, off of Yeezus by Kanye West. You know the one with James Franco and Seth Rogen parodying it with the motorcycle and the mountainside view. It's all one of the coolest videos ever, but also a fantastic song. That pretty much just wraps it up, because I don't really have much to say about these songs. They're just banger jams. So, with them, Young Thug, banger. Abracadabra, Steve Miller Band, jam. Magnolia, Playboi Carti, banger. And then Space Jams from Quad City DJs, that's a jam. Bound To from Kanye West, also a jam. The relief, the sense of relief after getting over the song suggestion hump, because now it's closing time. That's what a fucking song that is too. They should start doing that for Grammys, like when the speech goes too long, instead of having that Fandango music, just put closing time from Supersonic or Semisonic. I don't know. It's probably Semisonic because I didn't think of it first. Oh. Back to these pedophiles. I actually just watched this, I don't know, it's almost like one of those First 48 type of shows. But they were talking, no, I think it's online actually. There's like a little clip. They had to do a reenactment, but they were looking for this biggest, like, sex ring in Australia, or in the world. I think it came out of Australia. This fucking guy. He was taking, like, he was like a daycare guy, and so he had, like, access to kids on kids on kids. And one of the rules was, for this website that he was the administrator for, is that you had to constantly upload pictures of graphic things, like, with kids, and that's just the sickest shit in the world. And he worked his way up to administrator because he had that much access that he could just drop pictures on pictures on pictures. Like, they would take you out if you weren't, like, they would remove you from this chat if you didn't have enough content. Who the fuck thinks of that? How can you not feel, like, protective over a kid? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me, but that's why I'm not in jail. Oh, God. It's infuriating. It's one of those things. It's like you're growing up, you're looking at the people in your grade, your age group, and it's just like these are your peers, and you just kind of you're supposed to just keep going up and up and up, and you're supposed to keep evolving, and then once you get around 20, then it's kind of, you're always going to be attracted to that age group, like the 20-year-old, like the prime female or male, and like you're going to keep going with people your age, but that's where it kind of solidifies. Like, she's in her prime, he's in his prime, like that's where it kind of solidifies. Maybe not prime, like the hatching, you know what I mean? Because 18, that's still kind of predatory. 19, gray area. Not much of a gray area. It's more like a charcoal area, and then it's green light, go after that. But, like, what makes you just say Like when you're in 5th grade, it's like, nah, I think I'm cool in here. I think it's bowling right around here. I'm gonna just get me a lawn chair and just watch. That's fucked. Oh boy. Yeah. So if you have any kind of computer access around you, I would just look up. Oh my god! Just look up any kind of pedophiles, and you'll see how just beady-eyed, dead-eyed, fat fucking neckbeard, crackhead looking. Just, oh my god! This guy looks like Arn Anderson. This guy looks like Burt Reynolds. Get up. This man, he looks like the fucking the loser from South Park, the one with the World of Warcraft. Make love, not Warcraft. Fucking pedophiles. How wild is that? I keep seeing Elijah Wood. Fucking Frodo. And I'm not for violence at all. Never advocating it, but I will advocate it if someone comes at your parents, or someone comes at your kids, or someone else's kids for that matter. That's when it should be allowed. All right, you wreck them, because Jared Fondle from Subway and all these fucking guys just put them down, honestly. Just bring them down like Lassie. Oh, I'm getting thick. Sweet Jesus. It's down to like 2:15. That's not where I am now. Let me just put it like that. Now I'm feeling thick. Oh god, this guy looks like a shark. He's from MSNBC's How to Catch a Predator. You know, they give him the brick cookies. Oh, that's funny. Someone spray painted a house as pedophile lives here. That's effective. Let me find those parents. The ones that lock their kids up. Parents who locked... Oh, that was close. Locked kids in basement. Nothing's popping up like it's fucking normal. Not your parents' basement. Is that a fucking pun? Are you crazy? Whatever. Oh, well, I do know a detail, so I think I'm going to type that. Let me read it. Kids kept in chains. Chain, chain, chain. Oh, there we go. We found them. What were these creeps' names? The Turpin family. Oh, yeah. These goddamn monsters. So I looked at pictures of the family, and I just feel so bad for the kids. They got these. Everyone had the bowl cuts, like they're a cult, and all the girls had shoulder length hair, which didn't look too bad, but you can't match. You gotta have a little individualism, or else you're gonna go crazy. See, and that's the problem. There's 12 kids. All these, it goes my point from earlier this week or last week or whatever the fuck else I did the podcast. It's only dumb people having kids, Only scary people having, like, all these, like, they have tons of kids. And you know what tons of kids do? Have more kids. So it's a big circle. And smart people, they plan out a couple kids. Like, sometimes smart people have a lot of kids. And if they can pull it off, that is fine. That's cool. Do it. It's great. But just, you can't do it to people. I don't know how nobody caught these fuckers before. Like, they were obsessed with Disneyland and shit. Like, that's the only thing they did was go to Disneyland. That's creepy as hell. That's the only... Nothing wrong with Disneyland inherently, but there's definitely some creeps that go. It's just a little playground for them. Like, alright. See, I don't even want to go down this lane, but we gotta step into the mind of a bad guy. If you were gonna do it strategically, I'd be going to Disneyland with a truck full of cotton candy and nets and some fishing line and a 6-pack. I'm getting those kids. You know what I mean? It's like, where else would you go? I mean, they weren't pedophiles that we know of, but they were malnourished and kept in chains and shit. So it's not much better. Oh my god. And now we got onto something else. I guess this is a black website. Because it was saying a little white people things. But I didn't know, because it... Oh my god. Yeah. The question is, why are white people like this? And I'm going to read this. I don't ask that question rhetorically or with an attempt at humor. I have a serious need to know. I stayed up into the wee hours of the morning investigating the story with no expectation of ever writing about it. I wanted to know for myself. But now that the editorial team at the Root, that makes sense, but has involved you in my search for answers, here's what I found at the bottom of the rabbit hole. So why are white people like what? These aren't all white people. You know what I mean? You can't just blanket state anybody. There's a culture for everything, but this is not a common thing. That's why it's in the news. Yeah, and then they show this picture of them all. I think it goes up to thing 14 or 13 or something like that. They're all wearing those shirts from Cat in the Hat. Because they're just they sit back and read like Cat in the Hat. But they're not giving them any credit. Oh my. Well, you can make a quiverful scuffle all by yourself. All you have to do is take the alt-right white supremacist belief of the white genocide movement, sprinkle in a Christian fundamentalism, and voila, you've created a brand new brand. What else do you think brand new is? It's just brand new religious oh my god, some people. Philosophy based on Psalms 127:3-5. I don't know if that's how you say it. 3. Lo, children are an heritage. Yeah, it's terrible. Are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. Okay. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the... Alright, that's a little weird. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. Quiverful is based on the belief that, like pure white people, good Christians are going out of style because they're being outbred by sinners. Wow. Outbred by sinners. I like that. The only way for God's people to build an army of Christian conservatives for the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is by abstaining from birth control, and you guessed it, fucking. Okay. So quiverful means just having a lot of kids. Alright. Yeah, alright, here's my theory. I think 6 is the absolute limit for kids. I'm not saying that I definitely don't want 6. But I think after that, they just become bodies. You know what I mean? You can't really focus. How can you, well, you gotta have a certain amount of love, and you can't share that for all those people. I gotta get out of this fucking website. That is craziness. Okay. We had a little Al-Qaeda. I didn't, oh yeah, this was from 2012. I was gonna say, I didn't know Al-Qaeda still existed. Didn't it, like, enemy of our enemy or our friend, like, we're kind of working with those now? Let's look at some ISIS news. Let's see how they're doing. That sounds like a sitcom. Checking in with ISIS. Like, you see them coming downstairs with rocket launchers on their shoulders, doing the pan over. News. ISIS offshoot declares war on Hamas, and video showing execution of alleged, oh boy. Well, sounds like they're still... Oh, wait a minute. Alright. Look at all these fucking people. They look like they're straight out of the Quran, like the Bible. They need to update their clothing. They're all wearing silk and robes and shit like a bunch of sheiks. Like, just get off of it. Oh my god. Okay, an Islamic group offshoot in Egypt has officially declared war on Gaza-based Palestinian terror group Hamas, releasing a 22-minute video, 22 minutes, purporting to show the execution of alleged collaborator. Never surrender to them. Use explosives, silenced pistols, and sticky bombs. Bomb their courts and their security locations, and these are their pillars of tyranny that pop up its throne. A knife-wielding man says in the video released Wednesday. According to the site Intelligence Group, which trades extremist websites, the video shows a man on his knees wearing an orange jumpsuit similar to the footage of the group's execution of American and British hostages in 2014, and the man is accused of working with Hamas. The jihadi group justifies its war on Hamas by blaming Hamas for cracking down another militant Islamist, failing to prevent the U.S. recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Who gives a fuck? Why don't you tell me that? Why don't you guys just crack a beer, get a cheeseburger, and shut the fuck up? You know what I mean? Just go have a... Have these guys ever tried to have a good time? I don't think so. I don't think ISIS has ever just tried to have a good time. See, that's the thing about America. If we all catch each other on the right day, everyone can get along. For the most part. Except for these fucking Turpins. There's some, obviously, what am I thinking? There's probably like, of America, there's probably like 15% are probably pure evil. No specific race, like just of all the races and all the genders, I think about 15% of everybody in America is probably pure evil. But once you go everywhere else in the world, and you know what, I'll even... Yeah, I think everywhere else. Now including Canada, Mexico, just not America, just not the United States. So no Hawaii, no Alaska. I think everywhere else, it's probably 50% of pure evil. Because, I mean, Germany's looking like a big bag of shite right now, and that's my homeland, kind of. I mean, America, the Knosps have been here since 1907. So we've been here for more than 100 years, but it's a German-rooted name, and that's where all my ancestors are. It's either here, in this area, like the state, in this country, or they're in Germany. And I can't visit Germany right now. Oh, sorry, Jesus. I couldn't. There was no way. I just feel like I wouldn't make it out alive. I probably would. I'm pretty good at shutting my fucking mouth when I'm in public like that. Yeah, I don't think I'd cause any trouble, but trouble finds you. Uh-oh. Something happened to Ron Jeremy. You know, it's funny. I learned about. Oh wow, there's a hook in my foot almost. I learned about Ron Jeremy from. I gotta look the show up. I forget what it is. I remember like Vanilla Ice was on it. Ron Jeremy, like Bridget Nielsen. She looks like Brienne of Tarth. Uh-oh. Porn legend Ron Jeremy is facing allegations of rape and sexual assault has been banned from the Adult Entertainment Awards. What the I have never and would never rape anyone. Yeah, okay. He says, I have never and would never rape anyone, but admitted he's groped women in the context of, I get paid to show up to these shows, events, and photo shoots and touch the people, they touch me. See, this is the thing. I don't think he would, because he was a porn star. He got a lot of nookie back in the day, and still probably does. And he just has a fucking bankroll, so they're definitely looking to cash in. Wow, that ISIS stuff, I'll tell you what, it's heavy. Let's get back. Where? Alright, well, what is... Oh, Reba McEntire, she's the new Colonel. I forgot about that. She used to have a good show. Reba, I like that show. Smoky Mountain Barbecue, and honestly, she's kind of a good Colonel, it looks like. I support Reba. I'm not a big country person, but Reba McEntire, you get a thumbs up. I respect everyone who's ever been the Colonel, because you're putting your balls in a guillotine. You better respect. I might watch that right now, but... Oh, Rob Lowe was the Colonel. I liked, there's a couple good ones. Rob Riggle, he was good. Jim Gaffigan, I like that one. There's a couple. Oh, the extra crispy Colonel. I like that one a lot. Was he the same one that was the gold one? Oh yeah, I like Reba. I don't care that she's a woman. She looks good as the Colonel. She pulls it off. So it's why is it even a story? I'm glad it's a story because it gave me something to talk about. But who cares? It's a fucking Colonel. It's like I don't care who's under the Burger King mask. Not a real king. It's not a real Colonel. If you're a Keurig addict, read this. Oh my god. People are getting addicted to Keurig cups. Little K-cups. Absolutely insane. Oh. This isn't... I'm a big supporter of fishing and hunting, especially because I do not like the idea of factory farming. I think getting your own meat, leather, and you can probably turn bones into something. I just think that's the best and most humane way to get meat. Honestly, it's just the resources there, and it works. Because here's the thing about when people hunt and fish, we have empathy. I might have talked about this before, but it's like we have empathy, and we're not going to eat animals asshole first while they're still alive, like a hyena. I'll give you time to pause if you don't know what I'm talking about. But it's just like these yeah, like factory farming is terrible. That's bad conditions. But what are you gonna do with a big ass population? Well, I'll tell you what we can do. Stop bringing in as many people. You know what I mean? Why don't we have a draft? You'd be like, you email us, like you mail us. You take like it's almost like American Idol. We get like 30 people or 100 people from every country that wants to come here, and we just vote on them. Obviously, we get like thousands and thousands upon millions of people wanting to come here, but then we just vote the best 100 from each one. You know what I mean? I just think that'd be the most fair. And we take a couple free agents, take a couple stragglers who don't have that many good stats, but you know what, they're good people. Then you know what, that could be part of the voting process. So how much do you trust this person? But a new little fish. And so and his friends might be the only non-commercial boat to have ever caught an OPA in Ocean City. Ocean City what? Maryland. A moonfish. That is beautiful. Very cool. That's interesting. Well, you know what, though? We're pretty much at the end of this podcast. I got to do a little editing to make these two things mashed together into one. But it won't be that hard. Oh, no. An Italy shooting. God, what is going on? See, I try to get away from this news. And it just keeps calling my name. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. So I'm gonna just thank you guys for. There's a video. Yeah, I'm gonna thank you guys for joining for the 5th episode of the BK Lounge. Hopefully, hopefully we'll get some interesting guests in here. Eventually, I have a couple lined up, a couple submitted, but I don't know when I'm ready for them, or because most of these I want to have some visuals for you guys, like a video, a live stream, and I'm probably gonna start a vlog or something soon. I might even add a new, maybe one on Wednesday. I mean, a Thursday podcast or something. But follow the Twitters. So at BK Lounge Podcast, the Snapchat BK Lounge Podcast, Britton _Knosp on Instagram. At the Knosp on Twitter, I guess, too. And then follow the SoundCloud Britton Knosp. I think that'll wrap it up. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next week on Tuesday for the biggest podcast in the world, the BK Lounge.